Hi, this is Laura. Today I have a gentle yoga practice for you. This would be a great practice if you just want to get a really good stretch. We'll be holding our stretches for a little bit longer. There is a flow series, but it's very gentle and very minimal. Most of the workout is some good stretching. So when you are ready to get started, join me in a comfortable seated position, relaxing with the hands on the knees. You can have palms down or palms up, whichever feels most comfortable. Just take a moment to relax the shoulders, but sit tall. And then close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. And then begin to do a scan from the top of the head all the way down to the toes. Taking time to relax and soften the muscles. Starting with the face, relax the forehead, the cheeks, and your jaw. Allow the tongue to relax. Soften the muscles of your neck and relax your shoulders. And then continue to sit tall so you're lengthening through the spine, but see if you can relax through your hips and your legs. And then bring your focus to your breath. We're going to take time here to do some counted breathing. So on your inhale, you're going to count 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5. You'll pause for a moment at the top of the breath and then slowly exhale the same number. So we'll take about a minute here for you to do that counted breathing. Should be able to get 4 or 5 deep breaths in. Go ahead and take one last counted breath, making it your longest one yet. All right, then you can open your eyes. We're going to leave the hands here on the knees, palms up, and we're going to take an inhale and lift the palms. And then exhale, press the hands down. This is my kitty Snowbell. She's decided to join us. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. We'll take one more. Inhale up and exhale down. Great job. Now, sitting tall, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, press the knuckles away and open through the chest. You're going to look up. You're pressing the knuckles down towards the floor behind you. Maybe pull the palms together. And then relax that. Bring your interlaced hands over to the right waistline. Again, sit tall. And then you're going to bring the right ear over towards the right shoulder. Be sure and relax the shoulders down. We'll take a couple breaths here, stretching the neck. center. Again, press the knuckles behind you, open the chest. And then release, bring the interlaced fingers over to the left side of your waist, and then take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Bring the head back up to center. You can release those arms, and we'll take a deep breath. Bring the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. Relax the spine. Inhale, the hands back up. And then release wide. Again, inhale, up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, back up, and release wide. Let's take that once more. Inhale, nice big movements. Hands to the heart, exhale. Inhale, up, and exhale down. Now with arms at your side, bring the right arm over, pressing down through the hips. And then we'll switch and bring the left arm over. Again, bring the right arm over. This time, we're gonna pause here for a moment and bring the right hand down to meet the left. So you're gonna be holding a little bit of a twist here. If you can get both hands down, go ahead and hold that, pressing through the hips. You should feel this in that right outer hip, the low back. And then we're going to make a big circle with that front hand, the right hand, reach it out, circle around, and then bring it back up and over. We'll take 2 more circles, so circle forward, stretching the hips, and then bring the arm back up and over. Once more, reach, and then bring the arm down. Hold here for a breath. And then we'll lift back up, come center, and take the left hand, the opposite hand to the opposite knee. We're gonna lift and twist open to the right, stretching through the low back, the mid back, and the upper back. Stretching the neck a little here by looking over the back shoulder. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, come back to the center. All right, arms back at your side. We're gonna bring the left arm over, inhale. And exhale, release. Right arm up and over. And then release. Now we'll bring the left arm up and over. We're gonna hold this one. Bring the left hand down to meet the right. Again, continue pressing through the hips. Then we'll add on that circle. So the front hand, the left hand, you're gonna reach it out and around, make a big circle, and then bring it up and over. We'll do that 2 more times, reaching forward as far as you can, and then bring it up and over. Once more, reach forward, up and over. Hold here for a breath. Then walking the hands up, we'll twist. So taking the right hand to the back of the left knee, lengthen and twist open to the left. Pay attention here to the low back, the mid back, and the upper back. Looking over the left shoulder, stretching the neck. One more inhale and exhale. Come back to the center. All right, right, so stretching the shoulders a little bit. Rest your hands at your side. We're just gonna take some shoulder rolls. So just up and back. One more. And allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears. And then lift the shoulders as high as you can. And then just let them drop. Inhale, lift the shoulders. And exhale, release. We'll do that 2 more times. Lift the shoulders up towards the ears. And release. Last one. All right, now we'll take seated cat-cows. We're going to bring the arms up into goalpost or cactus position. And as you inhale, you're going to pull the arms towards the back, open the chest, look up. And then as you exhale, you'll round the spine and bring the forearms to touch, chin towards the chest. Again, inhale, open. And exhale, round. One more, inhale, open, getting bigger each time. Exhale, round. You're gonna hold this one. Bring the hands down to the floor in front of you and walk the hands out as far as you can, relaxing the forehead down. All right, go ahead and round up from there. And we're gonna switch legs. So the bottom leg is gonna become your top leg. You're gonna come back to that cactus arm position. Inhale, open, and exhale, round. Inhale, open, and exhale, round. Once more, inhale, open, and exhale, round. Hands come towards the floor. You'll walk out as far as you can. Relax the head down. And then round up. All right, we're gonna switch positions now, coming into a child's pose. So you're gonna come around. Go ahead and settle the knees as wide as you can. Bring your big toes to touch. Take your hips back towards your heels and walk the hands forward. You're gonna rest the forehead down. You can always use a block to support the head here if you like. And once you get in that position, I want you to reach through the fingers as far as you can. Or you can rest the arms down on the mat and relax the shoulders. So you kind of just pick your arm position here. So we'll take a couple of breaths, just settling into our child's pose. Then we're going to slide the right arm underneath the left, relaxing onto the right shoulder, the right side of the head. And then this left arm, you can reach it towards the top of the mat, or you can bring it up and around, pressing into the low back. Getting a little deeper into that stretch through the shoulder. Notice if you're holding tension in the neck, try to relax here. Take one more breath here. And then if you had that left arm back, go ahead and bring it to the top of the mat. Slide the right arm back through, and then we'll go into the other side. So the left arm comes through, relax on the left shoulder, the left side of the head, and then the option to leave the right arm towards the top or bring it around, pressing the palm into the low back. Then we'll take a few breaths here. We'll extend the arm back to the top of the mat, slide the left arm back in, And then we're going to lift up from our child's pose, sliding the hands in, and then bringing the knees back to center. All right, puppy pose is next. So puppy is a nice shoulder stretch. So from a tabletop, you're going to keep the hips lifted, but you're going to come down onto the forearms. And then to get into the posture, what you want to do is just walk the hands forward as far as is comfortable for you, and then press the forehead down towards the mat. So you want to get the head below the shoulders so you get that shoulder stretch. Again, keep the hips high. If that's too intense, you can always just rest the arms down. Or to intensify it, continue to reach as far as you can through the fingers. All right, take one more deep breath here. Again, lifting back up out of that puppy pose. All right, now we're back in tabletop. So we have our wrists lined up under our shoulders. The knees are lined up under the hip. The toes are pointed to the back wall. The spine is nice and long. So you're looking down just a few inches in front of the fingertips. All 10 fingers are pressing into the mat. It's really bringing an awareness to the core. So pull in tight through the belly, lifting out of the shoulders, pressing into the tops of the feet. And then we're going to take this into your traditional cat-cow stretch. So on your next inhale, lift the tailbone. We want the movement to start at the tailbone, bottom of the spine, and then arch. You can take a little bend in the elbows, look up. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone under and round the spine. Again, inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Once more, inhale, arch. And exhale, round. All right, we'll bring that back into neutral tabletop position, and we're going to stretch the wrist. So you're going to take your right fingertips, rotate them around clockwise as far as you can, and then settle the hand down. And if your wrist can handle it, go ahead and lean back a little bit, deepening that stretch. We'll hold here for a breath or two. And then release, bringing those fingers back around. And then the other side, left fingertips rotate to the left. Relax the hand down and then sit back a little. And then release, rotate the hand back around. Go ahead and lift up on your shins just for a moment, and then take a second to rotate the wrists. Stretching the fingers, wiggle them around. And then we'll get back into our tabletop position. All right, so now we're gonna get into the legs a little bit more. So we're gonna take the right leg back. Toes are tucked in, so the toes are actually pointed forward, and you're pressing through the heel. And then press back as much as you can. Feel that stretch in the calf. And then keep the leg back there, but shift back forward so you have your wrists and your shoulders lined up. And then we're just gonna kind of twist side to side. So you're gonna look over to the right and then over to the left. So just a nice gentle movement, rocking side to side. Then you're back in the center. We're going to lift that right leg and then rainbow it over. Let the toes come down to the left side of your mat. And now we're going to twist to the left and hold it there. A couple breaths here. Then we'll bring that leg back up around and land in tabletop. let's take that on the other side, taking the left leg back, press through the heel. So you're hinging back a little bit to get that stretch for the calf. And then shift back forward, so you've got the wrists and the shoulders in line, and then we'll rock side to side. So you're gonna shift a little to the left, and then to the right, and then just gently side to side. And then we're back in center. Now we'll lift the left leg, rainbow it up and over. Let the toes land on the right side of your mat. And then twist to the left and hold here for 2 breaths. We'll bring the leg back up and over and bring it to table. Now keeping the knees close together, we're going to sit the hips back towards the heels, coming into a narrow child's pose. So go ahead and fold the belly over the thighs, and then you can slide the hands towards the back just to rest the wrists. You can hold onto your heels, or you can just let the hands relax down. So we'll take a couple of breaths here. Lift up, back in your table, and then we're going to get ready to come into our downward dog. So from table, we're going to walk the hands forward about a handprint. Go ahead and tuck your toes under, and then relax the chin down towards the chest. See if you can find some lift through the upper back, pulling the shoulder blades away. Take an inhale and exhale, take your hips up into downward dog. Once you get into your down dog, you're gonna pedal out your heels. So finding any movement here that feels good. And then settling into your down dog, pressing through your heels. Lift through your sit bones, reach through the fingers, bringing the head in between the arms. Take a deep breath. And then bending the knees a little more, look to the top of the mat. We're going to come into ragdoll. So you're going to walk the feet in, bringing the toes just behind the wrists, and allow the body to relax forward. So with the fingertips down, we're going to crawl the hands over to the right, taking a little twist. And then we'll bring them around to the left. Again, walk them over to the right. And then over to the left. All right, back in center, you can hold opposite elbows here. Gently pulling just above the elbow. We'll give you a little more of a stretch in the upper arm, and then you can gently sway side to side. And we'll come back into center, and we're holding opposite elbows. So what we're going to do is move into a bit of a sunflower. So taking a bend in the knees, arms interlaced, you're going to circle around to the right, lift up, and then come back around. So we'll take 2 more circles here, being very mindful of the spine as you circle. Then you'll come back into that ragdoll position and circle to the left. 3 circles here. Land back in your ragdoll, release the elbows, let the arms just dangle for a breath. And then pressing into the feet, round up one vertebrae at a time. Head will be the last to rise. All right, when you get to the top, feet are about maybe a little wider than the hips. And you're gonna relax your hands at your side, soft knees, soft hips, and just let the body rock side to side. And even soft ankles, getting a little joint popping. We'll take it a couple more times. And then back into center. All right, now heel toe the feet a little closer together. So now they're about hip distance, so we're gonna line up the hip bones with our ankles. Stand nice and tall, arms at your side. Lengthening through the spine. And then take a big breath, arms up. And exhale, fold. Keeping a little bend in the knees as you fold, nice and easy here. Half lift, sliding the hands up the front of the legs. And then relax into fold. Bring the arms wide and up overhead. Hands to the heart, exhale. All right, we're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale up, trying to get bigger each time. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms wide and up. Hands to the heart, exhale. Once more, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms wide and up. Hands to the heart, exhale. All right, bring the hands down in front of you. Palms are facing in towards you. We're going to do just a little bit of balance here, but nice and easy. And as we do, we're going to be working the wrists. So as we lift, you're going to point the fingers down, stretching the back side of the wrist. And then when you lower, you bring the fingers up, stretching the inside of the wrist. So what we're going to do is go ahead and lift the heels coming up towards the balls of the feet. And then lower down, reversing the hands. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Also a great time to practice that deep breathing. Inhale up nice and slow. And exhale down. Let's take 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. If you can't hold this one, we'll get a little balance practice. Hold for a breath. And then release down. Very good. All right, now we're going to stretch the legs a little more with a warrior one. So we're going to take the left foot back. We'll bring it to a 45-degree angle. Keep the right foot forward. So we're going to bend to the front knee. We want to line up the front knee with the front ankle and work the hips towards the front of the room. Nice and tall through the spine. So you want a straight line from the ears to the shoulders to the hips. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and then bring the arms to your side. Now we're going to lift and lower with our breath. Make sure when you lift that back foot stays grounded and rotated out, so that back pinky is kind of rotating out towards the back of your mat. Here we go. Inhale up. You can straighten the front leg if you'd like on that lift, and then exhale back down. Again, inhale up and exhale down. 2 more up and down. Inhale up and down. Now bring your hands to your hips. We're going to take this into a pyramid stretch, working on that hamstring. So you're going to straighten the front leg. You may want to bring the back foot in a little bit. Straighten your front leg. You're going to shift your hip back and hinge the body forward. So you want to think length in the spine, not rounding, and make sure that right hip stays tucked in and pressing towards the back of your mat. Now we want to get as low as we can here with a flat back, and then we're going to inhale as we lift the torso, and then exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and bend the front knee. All right, now we're gonna go warrior one to pyramid. So we'll bring the hands to our side. Inhale up, straighten the front leg, and exhale, pyramid. So you shift the hip back and straighten the leg. Bend the knee, inhale up, and exhale down. Two more, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Good job. Bend the front knee, lift the torso. Hands are going to come to the heart, and we're going to step to the top of the mat in mountain. Arms at your side, take a big inhale, and exhale, fold, keeping a little bend in the knees. We'll relax the low back here. Just let the upper body dangle, relax. Wiggle the hips if you'd like. And then pressing into your feet, go ahead and round up, take your time. And then let's do that on the other side. So we'll keep the left foot forward, we'll bring the right foot back. Make sure those hips are pointed forward. And we have a straight line from the left knee down to the left ankle. Relax your arms by your side and notice a straight line from the ears to the shoulders to the hips. And then on your next inhale, lift the arms. You can straighten the front leg and exhale the arms back down. 3 more deep breaths. Inhale up, exhale down. Now bringing the hands to the hips, we're going to transition to pyramid, straightening the front leg, shift your hips back, and then hinge the torso forward, making sure the left hip stays in. Hold here for a moment. And then you're going to inhale, lift the torso, keeping the front leg straight, and exhale, hinge forward again. 2 more, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Now bending the front knee, lift the torso again, and bring the arms to your side. Now we'll go warrior one to pyramid. So you'll take your inhale, arms up, and exhale down, straightening the front leg, hinge forward for pyramid. Again, bend the knee, inhale up, and exhale down. 2 more, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, and exhale down. Go ahead and lift the torso, bend the front knee, hands come to the heart, and we're going to step to the top of the mat in mountain. Arms at your side, inhale up, and then exhale, fold. Just a nice relaxed fold, wiggling the hips, relaxing the head. And then we're going to round up from here, pressing into the feet. All right, now we're going to switch. I'm going to face you for this one. We're going to take a warrior two. So I'm going to start with my right foot pointed to the back of the mat, just because I'm doing the right side of the body first. The left foot is parallel to the back, or the front, what is the front of my mat? And we're going to extend the arms out. Now for warrior two, different from warrior one, the hips are open and pointed to the side of the mat, whereas in warrior one, the hip bones were pointed towards the top. So you want to try to remind the hips that they are to stay open here, and then extend the arms. Now we're just going to lift and lower a couple times, flow with the breath, inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Now coming to reverse triangle. So I'm going to relax the left arm down, right hand forward, straighten the front leg, and bring the right arm back. So stretching the right side of my body. And then keep the legs straight, shift the hips back, and tick-tock the arms into triangle. You can look up, you can look down, whatever feels best to you. But you want to try to pull that upper shoulder back as much as you can. Then we'll bend the front knee and return to our warrior two. Now bring the arms up, palms touch. See if you can pivot the feet and change to warrior two on the left leg and open the arms. Settling in here, again reminding the hips to be open to the side. And then lift the arms, inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Reverse triangle, so right arm comes down, left palm forward, straighten the front leg and pull the left arm back. So you're stretching that left side of your body. And then you're going to hinge the body forward, keep the front leg straight, stack the shoulders. Again, you can look up, you can look down. And then we'll go ahead and return to warrior two, bending the front knee. Now hands come to the heart. Now we're going to pivot to face forward. We're going to have the toes to the corners, tailbone gently tucked under. And we're going to do the same thing when we were facing our mat and we were lifting and lowering with the wrists. We're going to do the same thing here, but we're going to take a prayer squat. So when we come down, we're going to have the tailbone lead us down, bending the knees. So the hands are in front. Go ahead and lift, fingers down, bend the knees. And then lift back up, lowering the arms, fingers towards the ceiling. Again, inhale, arms up, hips down, and exhale, switch. We'll take a couple more. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Now you'll bring the hands to your hips, shift the feet so that the heels are behind the toes, and we're going to fold forward, coming into a wide straddle stretch. So just let the body come on down. Once you get down, I want you to notice where your weight distribution is. So if you're sinking into the heels, you may want to shift the weight forward. That will change the stretch a little bit for you. Let the body just relax down. You can also deepen the stretch by going a little pigeon toes. So if you take the heels out a little more. We'll take a couple breaths here. All right, and then lift up just a little bit. We're going to take the toes out just a tad. Pull the heels in a little bit, and then we're just going to go side to side, stretching your inner thigh. So you can bend to the right knee, stretching that left inner thigh, and then you'll switch over to the other side. And then just go back and forth, however feels best to you. Just take a moment here, focusing on the inner thighs. And then come back into the center. And what you're going to do now is walk your hands towards the top of the mat, adjust the feet forward. So you're in a low lunge with the left leg forward. And then what I want you to do is just find a little movement in the lunge position, so pressing your center down and then lifting the hips as high as you can. If you can straighten that front leg a little bit, that is an extended pyramid. You can take the back foot down at an angle to get into that stretch a little deeper. So just move around here, whatever feels best to you. And then settle into your lunge. Now we're going to take the back knee down and relax the toes. I want you to press forward into that front knee, stretching the front of the right hip. You can relax on the fingertips, open the chest. And then bring the left hand to the inside of the foot. You're going to heel toe that foot out to the edge of your mat, coming into lizard. So variations of lizard are to come to the forearms or to stay up on the hands. You can go deeper in the stretch by angling that left foot and then opening it up so you're on the outer edge. And then again, if you want to come to the forearms or maybe just one forearm, you can. You can press into the left thigh, get a little back stretch and chest opener. So we'll take a couple of breaths here. Again, you're working your way out of lizard. So you're going to heel toe that foot back into the center of your mat. Keep the back knee down and then bring the arms forward and up to a crescent moon position. Now take a gentle hold of the right wrist. We're going to hinge over to the left. Back to center, hands down, and then take your half split, so you'll sit your hips back towards your heel, lift the left toes, and reach the top of your head towards the front of your mat. All right, come back forward, we'll lift the back knee, and then step into forward fold. Take a half lift here, sliding the hands up the front of the legs, and then relax back into fold. Hands down, let's step the left foot back so we can do those stretches on the other side. We'll start in this lunge position. So again, you're just gonna lift and lower. If you wanna find that extended pyramid, you can by pivoting the back foot down, straightening the front leg. You can always lift the front toes as well when you're stretching here. Settle into our lunge. Take the back knee down, relax the back toes, and then just pressing forward as much as you can, stretching the front of the left hip. All right, now bring the right hand to the inside of the foot. We're going to heel toe that foot out to the edge of the mat, preparing for lizard. To deepen the stretch, take your right foot to a 45-degree angle, maybe open it up to the outer edge, and then you can decide if you want to go to both forearms or one or neither. You can bring it into the thigh as another option. We'll take a few breaths here. Working your way out of lizard, bringing that foot back into the center of your mat. Then we'll come up into crescent moon. So you're going to bring the arms forward and up. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Take hold of the left wrist and hinge to the right. Back to center, hands down, and then we'll take half split, taking the hips back towards the heel. Lift the front toes. Reach the crown of the head forward. Go ahead and relax out of that, and then we're going to slide the right foot back. We're going to come into some seated stretches. So go ahead and work yourself into a seated position, and then we're going to extend the legs into wide straddle. I'm going to take them as wide as they can, toes towards the ceiling. Sit nice and tall, bring the hands in front of you, and then walk the hands forward. So you should feel this in the inner thighs. You want to keep the toes pointed towards the ceiling. Settling into that stretch, we'll take a couple more deep breaths here. You want to rest the hands, you can always rotate the palms up. From there, we're going to take figure four next. So we'll slide the left foot in, tuck it into the right thigh, shift so you're facing that right foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk the hands out. And you're going to use your breath here, sinking deeper into that stretch on your exhale. Take one more deep breath. And then lifting up, you're going to bend the right leg and slide it in for mermaid stretch. So you're in kind of a tight S pattern here. The left hand comes behind the left hip, right hand is forward with the palm out. And then you're just going to lift through the hips as high as you can. You should feel that stretch in the front of your right leg, that quad. Now take an inhale, lift it, and exhale, slowly lower. Just barely tap the hip and then lift again. So we're going to take two more here. Slowly lower, and then lift. And lower. All right, now slide the left shin out. You want to have it parallel to the top of your mat. And then you're just going to let this back leg be comfortable. Now we're going to take deer pose. This is for your hips. So you want to make sure you're not sinking over into that left hip. You want to sit nice and tall. Your sit bones should be pressing down into the mat. Hands are going to come in front of the left shin, and you're going to walk the hands forward. Take a couple breaths here. And then bring the right leg around, put it on the edge of your mat. You'll have the left foot on the edge of the mat. We're just going to windshield wiper those legs side to side. And you can add a little twist, twisting the upper body in the opposite direction of the knees. All right, we'll come back into center. And let's work into those stretches on the other side. So figure four will start us off. We'll tuck the right foot in, extend the left leg. You want to shift and face the left foot. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, walk out towards the left foot. Again, use the using those exhales to sink deeper. Lift up from there. Coming into mermaid, you'll bend the left leg and tuck it into the bottom of the right foot. Right hand is beside your hip, left hand forward, palm out, and then lift. Exhale, lower down, barely tap the hips, and then lift again. And lower. Once more, lift. And lower. Now coming into that deer stretch, we'll take the right shin, make that parallel to the top of the mat, and you'll take the back foot and just make it comfortable. Make sure you're sitting on those sit bones, not falling over into the right hip. Hands come in front of the shin and just walk your hands forward. Walk your hands up from that. We'll come back into that windshield wiper move. So you've got the feet on the edges of your mat, and then just let the hips go side to side. We'll come back into the center. Forward a little bit, and then come on to your back. Once you get onto your back, go ahead and pull the knees in, holding onto the shins, gently rock side to side. And then coming into the center, keep that right knee in, extend the left leg out. You're going to hold onto the shin and pull the right knee towards the right shoulder. Pointing the left toe will deepen that stretch through the left hip. And you're going to open the leg to the side. Keep the left hip pressed down. And then we're going to cross that leg over the body. Open the right arm to cactus and look over the right shoulder. Center. Slide that left leg up for reclined pigeon, reaching through to the left thigh. And then release, both knees in towards the chest. Then we'll keep the left knee in, extend the right leg out, holding onto the shin. Pull that knee in towards the shoulder as much as you can. Then we'll let it open to the side, keeping the right hip grounded. And then cross it over the body, cactusing your left arm and look over the left shoulder. To the center, both knees come in, arms at your side, extend the legs towards the ceiling. Take just a moment here to flex and point your feet, rotate the ankles. the legs down, hold on to the shins, coming into a ball by lifting the forehead up. And then slowly lowering down, taking the legs to the end of your mat, bringing the arms to your side. And as we rest here, we'll practice that counted breathing again. So take about a minute here. See if you can get to 3, 4, maybe even 5 on the inhales. Pause at the top and then slowly exhale the same number. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes. You can lift your hands and rotate the wrists. And we'll take a full body stretch, reaching towards the back, lengthening through the fingers and toes. And then relax and roll over to whichever side feels most comfortable for you. We're going to rest our head on our arm for just a breath or two. And gently bringing yourself back up to seated. To a comfortable seat, arms at your side. Deep inhale, bring the arms up. Look up, and then as you exhale, float the arms down. Once more, inhale up. And exhale down. Hands to your heart. Namaste. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.